and I thought, well, I'll just go up to Idaho, I'll do my snowboarding, I'll run for free, or I'll run and I'll get my college paid for and I'll have a good time. My dad had also gone to University of Idaho. I am a daddy's little girl. I wanted to follow in his footsteps. So off I went, and I started to win right away for Idaho. It was just easy. Everything came easy to me, and it was very unfortunate when I was getting ready for nationals, and my leg broke in the middle of a race. I knew there was something majorly wrong as I started to, the pain started to shoot up my fibula. I started to get cold and clammy. I was so far ahead of the pack, though, that I just kind of blocked the pain out and said, you know what, I don't care. I'm going to win this race anyways, because that's what I do. I win races. My family had flown all the way up there, and I did come across the finish line just barely by a hair, and I fell to the ground, and it was very devastating. It was weird to think back. Right then, this thought came in that said, you know, this is the end of your career for life, you're done. And little did I know, but that would be my future, that my running career would end there, right there on the track. And from there, my parents had to take me to a hospital, and it did happen to be a break. And at that time, my parents said, Maggie, shake it off. You're going to be running in the spring for track. You're okay. Things are going to be fine. Just get back to your sorority. Get back to what you can do at school. And focus on your, on college and enjoy. I got back and I had this immense feeling of just dread, beyond belief. I never felt depressed a day in my life. So it was very strange to cry all day and feel so upset and not in control of my life. And I kept calling my parents, and they said, oh, you're just upset because your leg is broken and you don't have your running. From there, it just kept getting worse daily to the point where all I thought about was death, and I knew that was wrong. That was not a normal thing to want to kill myself. And I've been grown up, in this wholesome, good, religious family, and I knew that these thoughts that I was having were really wrong. And it got to the point where I called my father on a snowy evening, or no, it was in the morning I called him. It was snowing, it was 20 below, and I said, Dad, I feel like going out into the snowfields and never coming back. My father was in the Tet Offensive in Vietnam in 1967, I think, and 68? Thank you. And it's good to be corrected. I like that.
I was there.
You were there. You probably knew my dad. So he was there in Vietnam, and his last time being in Vietnam was when he was being flown out. His platoon was overrun, and he was on an airplane full of dead servicemen. And so he has post-traumatic syndrome with flying. And my father got on that plane early that morning in San Francisco, had a lot of drinks, and flew up with my sister. And he came all the way to Spokane, rented a car, and came all the way in to Glasgow. He got my stuff in a bunch of UPS boxes, packed me up, and we flew home. And a bunch of drunk drinks later, he got home. But I mean,